morning and welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV of Frederick. My name's Callie Say and I'm here at Transwest and Trailer Sales. So for those of you that aren't familiar with us, we're right off I-25, about 30 minutes north of Denver. We are Cimarron and Logan dealers. So if you're looking for a brand new trailer, those are the two brands that we carry. If you're looking for something used, we take everything from little bumper pulls to big LQs in on trade. So what I've got for you guys today is a great example of some of the inventory that we keep here on our lot. This is a 2024 Cimarron Norstar 3-horse gooseneck, and I'm going to go ahead and pull up that drawing on this trailer so you guys can get a good idea of some of the dimensions here. So we've got a great floor length. It's 18 feet on the floor. It is 6'10" wide, and it has a 3-foot 8-inch front tack. It's on a 4-foot offset, so it gives you a nice big tack room. We've got room for a swing out saddle rack, partial boot box, big shelf with clothes rod. And then as far as the interior dimensions, we are 7'1" tall. So this isn't a trailer I would recommend for warm bloods, but it's great for a runaround trailer. I think 18 foot on the floor, you can get this trailer in and out of about every single space here in Colorado and all over. So this is one that if you're looking for a nice little runaround, this is the direction I would go. Let's go ahead and start up front here and we can talk about some of the features of these Cimarrons. So first things first, you're gonna see our standard 25K B&W coupler that Cimarron partnered with B&W to make. The cool thing about this coupler is we have additional placements down lower. So if you've got a really tall truck bed, flatbed, or you're hauling it with a hauler, we have the additional clearances needed to get that lower hole so that we can get these trucks to ride, or trailers to ride nice and level. Now, if you've got an older truck that sits a little bit lower to the ground, we have the ability to extend this coupler stem and get a nice ride height as well. We do all of our Cimarrons for inventory that are kind of the standard setup with a 53-inch gooseneck drop wall. So from here to here down, you're 3 inches taller than what's standard. The reason that we do that is a lot of truck manufacturers have just made their trucks taller and taller and taller. So if you're looking at your truck and trailer right now, and you've bought a new truck, and you just don't like how unlevel it sits to get the clearance you need for that bed rail, it might be time to trade it in for something that has a little bit more clearance. We've been doing this for several years. A lot of people are very happy to have that additional clearance, and you know, you're 7'1" tall in the interior, so you still have plenty of headroom up in that nose if you were to ever throw a bedroll up there and have a place to sleep. So some other features here under the gooseneck is we've got our spare tire. This is the same as what we've got running on the ground. It's a Goodyear 16-inch 10-ply load rangey. They come standard with aluminum wheels. We opted for the black aluminum. We think it looks really sharp with these ones, but you can always do a silver spoke as well. Cimarron comes with its own tire warranties, so it's actually offered through Lion's Head, and it's a 1-year no questions asked, 2 years of roadside assistance, and 5-year against any manufacturer defects. So what's really cool about that is that first year you're completely covered on your tires and wheels, even if it's your fault. If you have run over some road debris, blown a tire, they will repair or replace your tires, no questions asked for that first year. All they require is some information such as the DOT codes, the tire sizes, and a picture of the defect. So very easy to work with. We love having that warranty on our Cimarron trailers. The rest of the warranty is really great too. Cimarron will stand behind their trailer 3 years hitch to bumper and 8 years structural. So they know they've got a really great product. They're not worried about covering it. The warranty department, if you do have any issues at Cimarron, is really, really incredible. So we're really happy to be representing the Cimarron brand for that reason. On this particular one, we just did a single leg jack. Now, if you want to get a little fancier and add an electric over hydraulic, it's an easy swap. We actually mount this spare tire up high on these 6'10" wide trailers. So that gives us room to add an electric over hydraulic jack in the future without having to relocate spare tire. So right now, a little bit of manual labor, but if you want to fix that, that's something that our shop is very capable of doing. We've also started ordering some of our trailers for inventory with electric over hydraulic jacks to begin with. So if you want to take a look at what we've got sitting here, there's a good chance we've got something with an electric over hydraulic jack for you guys to take a look at. We've got a 4-tier blanket bar pull here on the door. It's on a gas shock, so it can swing out and back in, holds tight against this door here, but makes it really easy to load those blankets onto these bars. Got a nice little brush tray right here, your little Cimarron owner's packet. And these brush trays are a really cool little option. They've got little drain holes in them, very easy to clean out. Everybody uses it as the junk drawer for their trailers. If you don't want a brush tray, you can always opt for a tack drawer organizer. That's always an option that people have to swap out to. We did the swing out saddle rack, as I guys pointed out to you in that drawing. The swing out saddle racks on these Cimarrons are really awesome. We do a 42-inch wide door, which gives us plenty of room to walk in and out of the tack room without having to put these saddles back in. Also, if you have big rope saddles and you need a little bit more clearance on those door frames, it's not going to hang up your saddles going in and out. So it's going to protect your tack, but also just make it so much easier to get tacked up once you're at location. Now, these are completely adjustable, so if you wanted to add another tier here, you absolutely can. These slide up and down by just loosening them with a crescent bolt, and then you get them slid to where you want. You don't back them all the way out. You just loosen them up, slide them up and down this post, and then tighten them down where you want them. What's really cool about that is if you're just running with English saddles, you can slide those up as high as you want, and you can put tack trunks and everything underneath there. We do a fold-up step here on almost all of our inventory trailers. Even though you have 6'10" wide, you've got a good amount of running board here. This is so much easier. I would much rather step up on this fold-down step than on that running board there. I've got a 2-horse Cimarron sitting at my house, and I just got running board. So I know exactly how much harder it is to balance on running boards when you're trying to get your big Western saddles through your door. This fold-down step is a must-have. In the tack room itself, we've got a really nice little setup here. As I mentioned earlier, we've got a 3'8" short wall, which leaves us with a 7'8" long wall in this tack room. We've got a nice big shelf with clothes right underneath. I love how sturdy the equipment is on these Cimarrons. You can see how much weight they can hold, and this is a great use of space here for this back wall. You can load it up with show shirts and jackets. We did a partial boot box on this one. It's 12 inches wide, so it gives you plenty of space to throw a bunch of stuff in there, but also a great place to sit down and put your boots on, or another easy step into the nose on this Cimarron. We've got 2 windows on either side of that gooseneck nose. That's a ton of light in, but also if you want to open it up and get some airflow going back and forth, it's a really great option there. Right up here, we've got it braced for an AC unit. So one of the things a lot of people want to add down the road is an AC unit, a max air fan, maybe just a little camper vent. Having the bracing already here and set up is so much easier than when the factory does it. It has become a standard option on these 2024 models, so you don't even have to worry about adding it in anymore. So that's a great little feature here. And then as we work our way around, we've got a nice big OptiBrite light here. So those are all LED. They throw off tons of light, and they have a really low power draw. Right here in this corner, we did a 25-gallon water tank with stand. Now the cool thing about that is it fits perfectly in this little cubby here back behind your saddles. This would be pretty unused space back here, so having the ability to bring your own water from home and know your horses have something that they like is a really great option. Maybe you're going somewhere where you don't know what the water is like, or if you can find it, having 25 gallons in this corner is a really great option. And then right here we've got our 12 bridle hooks. We've got carpeting behind it. Now Cimarron will standard carpet behind any of their bridle hooks. Some people go in and carpet this whole partition wall. On this one we just did behind the hooks, but we really like this option because it not only protects these white aluminum sheets so you don't see all those scratches from your bits swinging back and forth, but your horses are right on the other side. They probably don't want to listen to your bits hit this aluminum sheet as you drive down the road. So it keeps it a little quieter for the horses, and it protects your trailer, which is a really great option. And then last but not least, we decided to swap out the carpet on the floor for this one to this black rubber stall mat. Makes it so much easier to clean. I despise carpet on the ground. Living in Colorado, you know, we've always got mud and clay and goat heads, and this is just so much easier to clean. It's a lot more heavy duty than carpet too, and it's barely an upcharge. It's pretty inexpensive to add. So as we work our way around here, I wanted to point out some of the cool upgrades we did on this one. We decided to opt for drop-down windows on the hip side. This has become a really popular option on our trailers. A lot of people love the ability to drop these windows down and get an immense amount of airflow on these trailers, especially if you're hauling a lot to Arizona, Texas, Florida, a lot of the more hot and humid places. The more airflow you can get on these trailers, the better. Now, Cimarron is standard set up to be a lot cooler than other trailers. They have a standard insulated roof on every single trailer, from a little bumper pole to a big LQ, but having that extra airflow is a great option, especially if you're stuck in traffic somewhere. So we work our way down. You can see these beautiful side extrusions. You're going to notice you're not going to see a lot of exterior welds here or rivets. Cimarron uses 3M tape for their sheets, so it allows those aluminum sheets to expand and contract without buckling. It's actually a lot stronger than a mechanical fastener, such as a rivet. And then everything is tongue and groove on these Cimarrons, so they actually own their own extrusions, and everything interlocks into each other. So it adds an incredible amount of strength to the sidewalls of the trailer. They're actually triple hollow slats, so you've got little bump outs, and you can feel just by pressing on the sides of these trailers how much strength is added. That's going to help prevent that breathing that you see as trailers drive down the road, where the sides actually flex a lot more. This will be a lot more rigid than most of your aluminum trailers. We're running on two 6,000-pound rubber torsion axles on these ones. Like I said earlier, you've got the same wheels and tires on the ground as you did on your spare, so it makes for a really nice swap if you needed to ever use one of those spare tires. And then the fenders themselves are bolt-on, so if you ever did have a blowout, one of the first things that usually goes is your fenders. Having them bolt-on and easy to replace cuts down on labor, which cuts down on cost for you. So it's a lot easier for somebody to get that replaced and a lot cheaper. So we work our way around to the stall area here. We've got a 60/40 door setup, nice big window in this hip side door here. Everything is matted, lined, and insulated in this stall area. So that is a standard feature on our Norstar models, is standard insulation in the stall areas. You can always add it to the tack rooms if you want to, but you don't have to worry about it in the stall area. They're going to keep those horses nice and cool. I have a step up on this one, but if you wanted to ramp over, maybe your horses won't load without a ramp. We generally try and keep white ramps in every size width trailer that we have here on a Cimarron. If we have a colored sheet trailer, then we can always do an overlay or have one built and sent from Cimarron. But if you need one in a hurry, there's a good chance we can add a ramp here pretty quickly. Now on these 3-horse and up, we have standard escape door and big stud divider on the first stall. I love how Cimarron's dividers operate. They're spring loaded. They're so easy. You can do it one-handed. They're quiet because this is a nice heavy-duty plastic against this metal here. So it's gonna prevent a lot of that rattle and noise that you hear, but it also is so easy to operate. Metal on metal actually wears a lot faster. So by having that plastic buffer, you're increasing the longevity of your parts. We went ahead and padded these dividers. A lot of people were adding them once they got here anyways. Cimarron has great radiuses to all of their dividers. I love that I can just run my hands over all the parts on these Cimarron trailers, and it makes it so easy to put my horses in here and know that they're going to be protected and not get themselves all cut up on your ride. Now, some people still have horses that are a lighter color, and they like having the option to have these pads so that that aluminum doesn't rub on them and leave those gray marks. Got a nice big strap that runs along the back, so you can get that set up and make sure when you open that door you don't have a horse come flying back out at you. Rubber mats are standard on these models. we can always upgrade to worm flooring if it's something you're interested in. We have a local dealer that will install it if the trailer is already sitting here, or if you let us know ahead of time, we can always add it to the trailer during production. So as we work our way around here, you can see we've got 3 tie rings per exterior side. Big drop down windows on the head side, but on the head side, because we've got horses' heads sticking here, we have these nice big jail bars. They kind of kick out here. I love how these operate. So they just have this little trough here, and then you just get it to that little opening, and you can open those up, feed your horses, clip on lead ropes, anything you need to do. It's all one solid piece. So you don't have to worry about pulling a string, moving a bar, and the less moving parts we have, the longer it's gonna last. So Cimarron really thinks about all of their choices. They take a lot of feedback from customers and from dealers on what people are liking, how they can improve their trailer. And I think that is one of the coolest things about Cimarrons, is they are always getting better. Now we have a nice big chest bar here on this first stall. So if you open this up, you got a horse here, they're not gonna come flying out at you. Anytime we've got a horse having access to the outside, you're gonna get one of these big butterfly latches. So if you have plans to use your escape door when you're loading or unloading, make sure you undo this latch first. But we wanna make sure those horses are nice and safe. So we have those butterfly latches on all exterior access points. As we work our way around here to the front, I'm gonna get you guys the stock numbers so that if you wanna take this trailer home, or you wanna see what else is like this, maybe in a 4-horse, or even a 5, we can always get you that information. You can go to transwest.com, check out our stock number, 5N240091. It is a 2024 Cimarron Norstar 3-horse gooseneck. So this is a really great little option. I think that as a run around, you can't really go wrong with this one. I would be more than happy to help you out with your search. My name is Callie Say. My phone number is 970-309-6368. You can call or text at that number. Thank you so much for tuning in today and checking out this trailer with us. I hope everybody has a really great day.